Stratification can be defined and quantified by the change in density with depth and one of the characteristics that most important in the ecosystem of estuaries. The layer that stratified act as the barrier to the water mixing which can impact the exchange of heat, oxygen, carbon and many other nutrients. Mainly, stratification is caused by a stronger ocean warming for layer at the upper versus the deep ocean. But locally, the changes in salinity play an important role in stratification. Temperature and the combination of both salinity and temperature can also cause stratification, but the salinity always dominates in estuary environment.
So, here I will explain about the meaning of ocean mix. First thing first, we must know the layer of ocean. There is 3 main ocean layers: the surface ocean, the deep ocean, and the seafloor sediments. For these 2 water columns, the surface ocean water is normally warm temperatures, meanwhile the deep ocean water is cooler and more denser than the surface ocean water. So, what is the connection of ocean mix with these 2 water columns layers? Because the surface and deep ocean layers do not mix easily due to the difference of salinity and temperature of both layers, the winds and storms like hurricanes and typhoon are the mechanisms to mix the surface and deep ocean water. For the research of scientists, the process of completely mixing these 2 water columns takes roughly 1,000 years or more.
Hi, I'm Iza. Moving on to the process of stratification. In a simple word, stratification is increased layering of our ocean due to differences in temperature and salinity. The process of stratification is where warm water move up then accept more soil energy, meanwhile the cold water move down, isolating the upper mixed ocean layer from cold deep water. Generally, the layers are based on the density of water. Briefly, seawater generally forms stratified layer with warmer, lighter, less salty water, layering on top of heavier, colder, salty water. The increase of ocean stratification feedbacks to climate change. Is it a positive feedback or otherwise? So my friend Nora will explain further. Thank you.
Impact of ocean stratification to climate change. The first point is it causes certain animals are difficult to build their protective skeleton or shell due to increased level at atmospheric carbon dioxide. Next, possibility of vicious hurricanes. This happens because of increasingly warm sea surface, which can cause property damage and loss of life, and it is also can give impact to the food supply of entire marine ecosystem. Lastly, coral reef is sensitive to temperature rises. It occurs when continuous high sea temperature disrupt the relationship between corals and their symbiotic zooxanthellae.
Now we know how ocean stratification works, then how about ocean mixing? How it happens? Let's find out together. The mixing is induced mostly by turbulence due to the internal gravity wave breaking that occurs away from the ocean's borders but primarily around bottom topographic features. Barotrophic tides or geotrophic eddies impinge on both topography features which causing the waves, and due to the development of the turbulence in an ocean that is stably stratified in density, energetic turbulence is produced and the density is mixed, resulting in a vertical density flow which is an effective vertical mass flux. The nature of mixing towards the top and bottom boundaries shifts from internal wave breaking induced mixing to boundary layer mechanism that control the density flux inside a narrow boundary layer.
Next, we go to the impact of ocean mixing. First, it is increasing carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gas emission have a disproportionately negative influence on the ocean. Then, this result is changes in water temperature, acidity, and deoxygenation, as well as changes oceanic circulation and chemistry, increasing sea level, increased storm strength, and change in marine animal diversity and abundance. That's all from our group. So now we can see our group references. Let me introduce our teammate members.